This is the PickBits Daily Signal for Friday, June 19th. Today's thread. Washington spent the week arguing over one question, who the AI is supposed to answer to. 1. The Senate moved to give you a legal right over your own AI-cloned face and voice. 2. A court filing let slip that a private company's AI helped pick 2,000 targets in the Iran war. 3. Bernie Sanders wants to hand the public half of the biggest AI companies. And 4, the FCC wants your government ID behind every phone. Let's get into it. This is the PickBits Daily Signal. Story 1. This one is about your own face and voice. On Thursday, the Senate Judiciary Committee advanced the No Fakes Act, a unanimous vote, the first federal law to treat an AI clone of you as something you can refuse. And the reason it matters is that voice cloning has gotten genuinely dangerous.
But her 15-year-old daughter Brianna was on a skiing trip and she worried it could be an emergency. So she picked up.
And it's my daughter's voice crying and sobbing, saying, "Mom." And I'm like, okay, what happened?
Under this bill, the person whose voice was stolen would finally have a real legal way to take it down, and the platforms hosting it could owe up to $750,000. Here is the honest catch. Press freedom groups like the EFF warn the same takedown power could be used to pull satire and news. Which way it lands depends on language that is not final yet. Save this one, so you know your rights the day a fake of you turns up. Story 2. If you think a chatbot is just for emails, look at where one just turned up. In a court filing, the Pentagon's AI chief testified that a government version of Elon Musk's Grok was wired into the military's targeting system and helped pick targets for 2,000 strikes in Iran. And before anyone pictures killer robots, here's how that actually worked.
A central role in the current war in Iran in various ways. But I think that point that the Admiral made right at the end is that AI is not ultimately pulling the trigger. So we shouldn't be thinking about lethal autonomous weapons or killer robots. That's not how.
But it is still the first time a commercial AI has been confirmed inside a live military kill chain. And the contrast is sharp. Back in February, the government cut its contracts with Anthropic after that company refused to allow fully automated strikes. XAI said yes. Follow along, because whether anyone in Congress actually looks at this is the next thing to watch. Story 3. Here's a fight about who actually profits from the AI that might change your job. Bernie Sanders introduced a bill to tax the biggest AI companies and hand the public a major stake. He makes the case himself.
What does that mean? It means that the public should have 50% of the seats on the major AI companies in order to prevent bad things from happening. You talked about mass unemployment. It is quite possible that
Concretely, the bill would tax those firms at 50% of their stock, pool it into a public fund he pegs near $7 trillion, and send every American a check of more than $1,000 a year. Now be real. This has almost no chance of passing this Congress, and the objections are fair, but it changes the question from AI safety and jobs to who should own the thing. That question does not go away if the bill dies. If that is a conversation worth having, share it. Story 4. If you have ever bought a prepaid phone or kept a second number, this one has a deadline. Here is what the FCC is actually proposing.
Burner phones. They claim it's to silence the flood of robocalls and scams plaguing American phones. The Federal Communication Commission, FCC, has proposed new, tough, know your customer rules that could effectively end the era of easy-to-buy anonymous prepaid burners.
But a registry of every phone tied to your legal name does not stay scoped to scammers. It is how abuse survivors stay unreachable and how journalists protect sources. And once it exists, it is one subpoena or one breach away from everyone, the part you can act on. The public comment window closes June 25th. Save this and file a comment on docket 02278 at fcc.gov/ECFS before then. That's today's signal. 4 stories, 1 question, who the AI answers to. Thanks for staying to the end. See you tomorrow.